We really believe in all kinds of transportation. As you know, not far from here, we're working on Route 2 and Main Street and all of that. We worked on that bridge, the Morgan Street Bridge. We got that done. We did it together. Very important, you know. Everybody's in. Nobody should be cut off. And it's so important that we invest in all modes of transportation, our highways and our bridges. But we also have to remember we are a railroad state, and this is a railroad town. And it's been a long time between drinks for railroad, passenger railroad. And the last time I think was 1981. And we are going to begin this very time, this spring and summer, working on building passenger rail from Chicago to Elgin, to Huntley, to Belvedere, to Rockford. We want to get it going, so by next year that train is a-running, and it's important that we do it and get done right now, you know. So, and we have a great airport here. We came into that airport, so it's planes, trains, and automobiles. We got to remember that. Everything counts. Isn't that right, Victory? You got that right? Yeah, okay. Because this airport that this community has is any plane in the world can land here, and it's so important that we really use all of our resources. That includes water over here, boats. And the Rock River is a very inspiring river, and it's important that we worked. I heard from the Mayor Morrissey, about the great development that we're going to have in the building across the way that was announced last night. We're moving on the right track, and I think it's so important that we do have passenger rail for folks in Rockford to get where they have to go east of here, and for folks in Chicago and Elgin and Huntley to get over to Rockford as quickly as possible. We're very happy with the fact that Belvedere has Chrysler. When I became governor, there were only 200 jobs at Chrysler. Now there's over 4,000 jobs, and we know what that can do to our whole area. So I want to personally thank the Union Pacific Railroad, because, as you know, we've been working on this initiative for quite some time. And I know Chuck Sweeney is here, and every time I come to Rockford, he asks me about it. And I felt the same way as everybody here. We got to get it moving. And finally, we decided we just had to do the route that involved the Union Pacific Railroad. They're a great railroad. They began when Abraham Lincoln was president of the United States, and he said, even during the Civil War, we're going to build a transcontinental railroad. And UP was there with him at that time. It got done. They in Ogden, Utah, I've been there, where they hit that last spike to complete something that was very, very important to our country back then. The UP is over 150 years old. They are a major railroad in our country and definitely in our state, and we're very grateful to them for being our partner in building this passenger connection between Rockford and the city of Chicago and places in between. And I think it's very important we're doing this after this brutal winter that we went through. Everybody knows we had a very tough winter, but we got through the winter, and we want to salute all the men and women of our Department of Transportation and our tollway who help people through those dark and bitter nights, very, very difficult. And now that the weather is better, and this is the month of April, and not too long from now is Earth Day, and we got to make every day Earth Day. And part of being sustainable, taking good care of God's earth, is having multi-modes of transportation. We all need our cars and our trucks, everybody knows that, but we also make sure that we use our trains, which are very efficient. They use less energy. They preserve or protect us from pollution and things like that, and emissions. So it's real important we understand that railroads like the UP and like Metra and like Amtrak, they're really indispensable to a mode of transportation in our country that we really want to make sure is 21st century strong.